homeless population is causing issues across the Quad Cities, including in Sterling, Illinois. Good evening, I'm Sharon DeReek. For the past year, the city has seen an increase in the number of people camping on sidewalks, public streets, and even in City Hall. They've also had issues with the homeless population gathering at the public library, which aldermen say has even required police to be called in to resolve conflicts or loitering issues.
September to September, I think there was over 700 calls of individuals or businesses reporting something in regards to somebody that is homeless to 911.
Of those calls, she says more than 100 resulted in some type of violation. TV6's Haley Ryan spoke to city leaders about what the ban will look like and what they need to do next.
The plan is to work to get that individual support, to see if there is room at the shelter, to see if there are different friends, family members, things like that, before we get to that point.
While the city of Sterling might have passed a new ordinance to try and keep homeless people off the streets, city leaders hope they rarely, if ever, have to use it.
This is something that our chief of police is working with other communities, working with other community agencies to work to figure out what is the plan of action.
Enforcement is under the officer's discretion, so people can be directed towards services before being fined. But officials say more needs to be done.
We need to find ways to help them return to the path of being productive citizens. We took on that responsibility now by taking away something from them, from people who have little to give, and now we need to offer them something in return.
But getting those services to people in need isn't always easy. The director of a homeless shelter in Sterling says a lot of people in the homeless population struggle with mental health and substance abuse issues, which they can't currently help with.
We're not really equipped to help those individuals, especially when most of them don't want help. And that's kind of the problem we're facing, us, the city, the police, everybody, is that you have these individuals who need help but refuse help.
The city's ordinance won't impact the 30 people living at the shelter, but Newberry says the demand for services in the area has more than doubled in the last 2 years. Meridian says the city is also working on different levels of housing and building resources.
This is going to be something that we slowly work towards because we don't want to do this inappropriately. We want to make sure that we're doing this respectfully.
In Sterling, Haley Ryan, TV6 News.
The city has not issued any fines to people sleeping on city property, and they hope it stays that way.